Are we really living inside an AI bubble, or does it just feel that way? There are moments in history when the world moves so fast that people stop asking the most basic question. Wait, is any of this actually real? Just 3 years ago, ChatGPT was nothing more than a fascinating experiment, a text model that produced clumsy answers, hallucinated facts, and often didn't even understand what you were asking. And today, we're living in a world where AI writes code faster than full development teams. Images and videos look like Hollywood productions. Companies are laying off thousands to replace entire workflows with automation. And people seriously talk about human-level intelligence as if it's around the corner. It feels like the future has officially arrived. But behind the excitement, another feeling has begun to spread. Quieter, deeper, harder to ignore. People are getting nervous. Analysts are warning. Investors are cashing out. And the question keeps echoing louder. What if all of this is a bubble? The biggest AI bubble in history. And it's not only average people saying it. 54% of global fund managers already call AI a bubble. The IMF and Bank of England are issuing warnings. Michael Burry, yes, that Michael Burry, is shorting key AI companies. And even Sam Altman himself admitted, yes, there are bubble-like characteristics here. So what's really happening? Are we heading toward a crash? Or is this simply the first time in history that technology is outrunning our fear? Here, right now, we dive deep into the numbers, the mechanics, and the truth behind the industry that's growing faster than anything humanity has ever seen.
The money that's inflating the dream. Let's start with the question almost no one wants to say out loud. If AI is the next big revolution, why are almost all of the companies leading it losing money? This isn't philosophy, it's simple math. And in 2025, the numbers don't add up. On one side, we have NVIDIA, the backbone of the entire AI boom. They sell the chips powering everything. OpenAI, Meta, xAI, Anthropic, and every startup trying to join the race. And the demand? Insane. So insane that investors treat every GPU like a golden ticket to the future. But here's the problem. Is this demand real? Or is it coming from inside the system itself? Think about it. NVIDIA invests in AI companies. Those same companies then use that money to buy NVIDIA chips. OpenAI raises billions, announces $500 billion mega projects, then immediately channels those funds into massive cloud contracts with Microsoft and Oracle, who, of course, turn around and buy more NVIDIA hardware. This isn't suspicious. This is a closed loop. Money flows in circles. Valuations skyrocket. Everyone talks about the race to AGI, but actual profits? Almost non-existent. And here comes the frightening truth. To justify today's valuations, the global AI industry would need to generate $2 trillion per year, 5 times the entire SaaS market, and more than Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA combined. So now we must ask, is that even possible? Or are we walking straight into dot-com bubble 2.0?
And if something in this message is touching the pressure you carry every day, just know this: you don't have to manage the overload alone. In the description, we left you a link to our free Faceless Creator Toolkit. The same system we use ourselves to create with clarity, focus, and calm in a world that's moving too fast. Inside, you'll find 224 prompts, 28 categories, 100 useful tools, and a personalized master prompt to speed up your workflow and clear mental noise. Just click the link, enter your email, and the system will send everything to you automatically. No pressure, no commitment, no noise. Let's keep going.
The silent crack that's starting to show. Now we reach the part almost nobody talks about openly. The enormous gap between how much money is being poured into AI and how little money it actually makes right now. From the outside, everything looks perfect. Press releases talk about strategic partnerships, historic investments, and next-generation infrastructure. But dig deeper, and you discover a system that's quietly feeding itself. Money is being given to companies so they can use that money to buy hardware from the companies who funded them. This is called vendor financing, and the last time it appeared at this scale was right before the dot-com crash. The numbers are becoming surreal. To justify current AI spending, the industry needs $2 trillion in annual revenue. Today, even the biggest tech giants combined don't reach that. OpenAI alone is committing hundreds of billions while losing billions. This creates a dangerous imbalance. The hype curve is exploding upward, while the actual value curve is moving far more slowly. And when expectations grow faster than reality, a market doesn't collapse in one moment, it starts cracking quietly, exactly like this. But that's only the beginning. Now the big question becomes, are these cracks temporary, or are they signs of something much bigger forming underneath?
The fracture that almost nobody notices. This is where the picture becomes clearer and far more troubling. There is a massive disconnect between the scale of investment pouring into AI and the real economic output coming back. From the outside, everything looks like hypergrowth. Giant data center projects, billion-dollar partnerships, and announcements that sound like the next industrial revolution. But beneath the PR, a different mechanism is running. Money goes in, is recycled, and comes back out as demand. This isn't organic growth, it's a feedback loop. And we've seen this movie before, in the late 1990s, right before the dot-com bubble burst. Look at the numbers. The industry needs $2 trillion a year to justify today's valuations. Even the world's largest tech companies combined don't hit that number. OpenAI is pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into infrastructure while still losing billions every year. All of this creates a pressure cooker effect. Expectations are rising. Real performance is lagging. The financial system is stretching to its limits. And yet, almost nobody sees it. Because as long as the headlines are bright and the companies sound confident, the illusion of unstoppable growth continues. But illusions don't last forever. And the next chapter reveals exactly why investors keep pouring money in, even when the math clearly doesn't work.
The reality no one wants to say out loud. The deeper you look into the AI world, the more confusing the picture becomes. On one hand, AI is undeniably the next great technological revolution. It's rewriting industries, eliminating entire workflows, and opening doors that didn't exist just a year ago. But on the other hand, almost no one wants to admit the uncomfortable truth. We're still not there. Yes, AI is producing stunning results. Hollywood-level video, production-ready code, scripts like this one, generated in seconds. But the financial reality, it tells a different story. 61% of companies using AI report no real operating profit. Premium subscriptions often fail to cover compute costs. Most users don't pay at all, yet still overload the servers. and model upgrades are happening faster than businesses can actually adopt them. Nothing about this means AI doesn't work. It means the economics haven't caught up with the technology. That gap is dangerous because the value hasn't been fully realized, but the investment has already exploded. It's the same pattern we saw in 1999, just with more money, hotter GPUs, and power grids pushed to their limits. But here's the twist. This isn't the story of a bubble that pops tomorrow. It's the story of a timing gap between innovation that moves like a rocket and a world that moves like a snail. And that gap is where crashes happen, but also where fortunes are made.
Why everyone keeps investing, even when the numbers don't add up. Here comes the part almost nobody wants to discuss. If the numbers look so bad, why is everyone still pouring in billions? The answer is a mix of psychology, geopolitics, and history repeating itself. 1. Nations are terrified of falling behind. AI isn't just technology anymore. It's an international arms race. The US simply cannot afford a world where China leads in AI. And when competition becomes strategic, the question is no longer, is this profitable, but rather, what's the cost of losing? 2. Investments can create reality, even if temporarily. Companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, and xAI know one rule. The more capacity they build today, the more dominant they become tomorrow, even if it burns money at an insane rate. This same pattern happened during the rise of the internet. Billions poured in, valuations skyrocketed, and yes, the bubble burst. But the winners that survived became the giants of the next 20 years. And 3, FOMO on a global scale. This isn't just retail investors. It's pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, and global institutions. Everyone fears one thing: missing the next internet. So the money keeps flowing, even when the spreadsheets scream, slow down. And that creates the most dramatic moment in the entire AI story. Everyone is inside the game, but almost no one truly knows how it ends.
What could break the bubble? And what will strengthen the revolution? Like every major bubble in history, there's never one single event that causes the collapse. Bubbles burst when expectations outgrow reality. And today, that gap is widening. 1. Electricity, the bottleneck no one can escape. The world is building data centers at a pace never seen before. But power grids? They simply can't keep up. Nuclear plants take 8 to 12 years to build. Solar and wind lack the 24/7 stability AI requires. Gas and coal face regulatory limits. Meanwhile, AI demands massive, stable energy, equal to a small country, renewed constantly because hardware ages fast. This equation doesn't balance, not today. 2. Upgrade cycles are faster than businesses can adopt. GPT evolves every 6 to 9 months. Video models like Sora upgrade even faster. Each jump demands new hardware, new contracts, new infrastructure. But companies, they move on multi-year adoption cycles. When technology advances faster than customers can pay for it, something eventually breaks. 3. Extreme concentration equals systemic risk. 2 companies buy nearly 40% of the world's AI chips. One company, OpenAI, influences hundreds of billions in valuation. 10 companies represent 40% of the S&P 500. One wrong move from the wrong player could shake the entire global market. And yet, none of this means the AI revolution stops. Just like after the dot-com crash, the bubble burst, but the internet remained. The bubble was temporary. The transformation was permanent.
AI is following the same path.
To stay ahead of the noise, not trapped inside it. If you've been thinking about starting something with AI, maybe a YouTube channel, a business, or just working smarter, you're not alone. At Smart AI DG, we create in-depth videos that make AI simple to understand and practical to use. Each episode explores real examples, smart workflows, and creative ways to apply AI in your daily work with no hype, just clarity and real value. And to help you get started, we've created a free AI starter kit with 224 prompts, 100 essential tools, and our complete master prompt guide. It's the easiest way to start your AI journey today. Grab your free resources at smartaidg.com and subscribe to our channel. Join the creators who are learning to build smarter with AI.
The link is now on your screen and in the description. This journey isn't ending, it's just beginning.
The ending no one expects, and the beginning no one is ready for. After all the charts, the financing loops, the power constraints, the trillion-dollar promises, and the trillion-dollar risks, we arrive at the question everyone keeps asking. Is this a bubble? Or is this exactly how a revolution looks before it becomes reality? The truth isn't binary. Yes, valuations are inflated. Yes, money is being recycled through the system. Yes, there's a massive gap between expectations and economic reality. But none of that changes the most important fact. The technology isn't going backwards. Even if the curve flattens, even if there's a reset, even if some companies disappear, we are never returning to the world before GPT, before Sora, before AI agents, before the moment when every person could code, write, design, and create at the speed of thought. This is what most people misunderstand. A bubble doesn't cancel a revolution. A bubble accelerates the revolution and then clears the field for the winners. This is the moment to understand, prepare, and position yourself, not to freeze.
The secret AI race. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Meta. Who's actually winning? In the next chapter, we expose who's inflating their numbers, who's burning cash the fastest, who's buying influence, and who is truly closest to AGI. The link is now on your screen and in the description. This journey isn't ending, it's just beginning.